a chicken enchilada casserole, and I thought I'd share the recipe with you. So just need a few ingredients. One of the things that you're going to need is some chicken. I use chicken breast. You want to make sure that you have enough to cook up. So I would say at least 4 chicken breasts. I usually just get this big pack at Walmart and then just cook it all up. You could also buy the shredded chicken already in the deli section at your grocery store. All right, you want to make sure that you have some enchilada sauce, and this enchilada sauce is mild, so you might want to check the temperature if you don't like the really spicy. I need some sliced olives. This can is a little big. I'll probably only use about half of it. You want to make sure that you have some shredded cheese, and this is really kind of a no measure recipe. Use as much as you want or as little as you want. This is a larger bag, but I would say you at least need a medium-sized bag of the shredded cheese. You want some cooking spray, and you need some corn tortillas. Now, this is a bigger pack. The smaller pack would work just fine, okay? So corn tortillas and then just salt and pepper. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and boil up my chicken. The only thing I'm going to do is just salt and pepper it, go ahead and throw it in the pot, and then just cover it with about 1 inch of water. Now, this is quite a bit of chicken, but it works fine in a big pot. Okay, so just flip it over. All right, so I went ahead and placed them all in the bottom there. There's one that's kind of on the top. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cover the chicken with water about 1 inch, and then I'm going to go ahead and put it on the stove and cook it for about 15 minutes. I want the temperature to get to about 165, and if you don't already have one of these meat thermometers, super great. I have a video on it. I'll put the link below, but yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and cook up my chicken, and I'm going to get started. So I went ahead and put the chicken on, got it to a slow boil, and then I turned it down to medium heat. It's been cooking for about 15 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take the lid off and then check the temperature. I want the chicken to be at least 165. And yeah, it's already past that. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off and take it off. I'll go ahead and pull the chicken out, let it cool, go ahead and shred it up, and then I'll be ready to assemble my enchiladas. All right, so one of the easiest ways to shred the chicken after it's cooled down is just really to tear it apart. It's really pretty quick that way, and that gives you a chance to kind of look at your chicken. Anything that's really fatty and that you just don't really want to eat, you can always toss. You could also do this the night before. That would make putting the enchilada casserole together super quick and easy. I like to, when I come home from the grocery store, cook up the chicken right away, and that way it doesn't just sit in the refrigerator. It actually makes quite a bit. You are not going to use all of this, but you could always use the extra for other meals. So just a great idea to cook up the whole batch so you can see how much that made. Now I'm ready to go ahead and start assembling my chicken enchilada casserole. So I have my oven set for 350. I'm going to go ahead and spray my pan. It's actually about 9.5 by 13. So, you know, this is one of those recipes that you can make it really as big or small as you want. So I'm going to go ahead and spray. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and dip my tortillas, and I want to go ahead and just get them in there, and I'm going to layer the bottom with about 6. Super easy to do. Just throw them in there. Gloves make it a lot less messy, but really doesn't matter. Once I have the 6 on the bottom, I'm going to go ahead and pour a little bit extra juice. The tortillas don't always soak up as much as I would like, so I'm just going to pour a little bit extra on the bottom there for a little extra flavor, and so that I don't end up wasting the whole can. I'm going to go ahead and do my chicken next, and you can make this as thick or as little as you want. You know, just I make it as hearty as possible. So go ahead and put your chicken in there, and then cover that up. You got plenty of chicken. This is why I don't like to buy just a little bit of chicken. Have as much as you need to get the job done. Okay, then the next thing that you're going to want to do is put in your cheese, and just sprinkle that on. Lots of cheese, and then I didn't mention earlier, but you can also put onions if you like onions on there. And then your olives. Okay, and then you're gonna go ahead and repeat with another layer. Okay, so I actually don't have as much chicken left over as I normally did, but this time I purposely tried to buy one of the smaller packages of chicken. And so I could put some more on there or just leave the extra for the side. I'm gonna just go ahead and finish off the second layer with the cheese, again with some onions and olives. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put just one more layer of the corn tortillas. This layer is going to be a little bit different. When I top this layer, I'm not going to use the chicken. I'm just going to top it with the cheese and the olives. But I want to go ahead and finish off this sauce, or use as much of it as I can. Oops, need one more tortilla there. Perfect, that finishes that off, or a little bit more on the top. Okay, and then just gonna add the cheese. This is really a simple, very easy meal to make. Oh, my oven is ready to go, so perfect timing with that. You could always add more cheese if you want, less cheese. But it really just makes for a hearty meal, and I'm gonna just top it off with the olives. Okay, and then I'm gonna go ahead and stick it in the oven, and I'm gonna cook it on 350 for about 45 minutes, really just looking to see if it's warmed up, the cheese is melted, and then it'll be ready to go. All right, so I let it cook just a little over 40 minutes, not quite 45. The cheese is melted, it's warm enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and pull it out, turn the oven off, and ready to serve it up. All right, so I went ahead and served up my plate. I also like to top my chicken enchilada off with some jalapenos and some sour cream. I have some refried beans on the side, but super easy meal. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.